Welcome to Shade and the City. I'm your girl Treese.
It's Nels.
And today, y'all, we are here to give y'all our sip and shade hot topics. So please join us as we get into this week's tea, okay? And yeah, if y'all haven't already, please go ahead and hit that like button for us.
And a subscribe button.
And y'all, let's jump right into it and let's get shady. So let's talk about how Method Man apparently has been out here in these streets putting in polls.
Let me say, he's been on that show too damn long. Okay. Well, we know Method Man wasn't really. I mean, he ain't no saint. We've always.
Of course. So according to the New York Post, this is from the Neighborhood Talk, Method Man, real name Clifford Smith, allegedly punched a man in the face 7 times with a closed fist at a Staten Island Crunch Fitness. Okay. A source familiar with the situation claims the victim of the beatdown was Method Man's daughter's Cheyenne's ex-boyfriend. The two were reportedly together almost a decade ago. The man reported pain in his face and feeling dizzy, but refused medical attention at the scene. A complaint was filed with NYPD, but Method Man wasn't arrested. The reason for the fight is unknown, but we wouldn't be surprised if he was trying to protect his daughter.
I say he deserved it.
Oh, he get what he get.
He deserved it. And almost a decade ago. Okay. And it's the ex-boyfriend. I'm sure he deserved it.
Look, I'm like, not him. I mean, obviously we know you don't really have a law license, but this is when you should really turn into Davis and represent yourself. I'm just saying, represent yourself, brother. But no, I'm sure it wasn't unwarranted. And if it was, then, because Shadeinthecity doesn't condone the violence.
He deserved it.
Anyway, y'all. On to the next story, because Nails is cutting up already. So as y'all know, Supreme Court has decided to uphold this decision. They pulling the plug on TikTok. This was as of 12 hours ago. I ain't seen nothing different since then. I
literally right before we got on here, I saw somebody on TikTok who said that she has friends that work for TikTok, and when you try to log in on Sunday, you won't be able to log in. You'll just see a black screen.
Well,
it's giving TikTok funeral at this point.
I was gonna say it's giving real funeral vibes. I'm grieving.
This is so sad. Oh my God, what are my days and nights gonna look like right now?
Look,
this is so sad.
But I imagine somebody will come out with something.
No, nothing compared to TikTok.
I mean, you thought so, but that's like, what was what did they have before TikTok? Was it Vine or something like that?
I never got into that.
I didn't either. But I feel like there were other apps where they tried. And so there's going to be,
and guess what? They're nothing compares to TikTok.
You're so funny. She says that. And then, I mean, I'm not saying we're going to get it quickly, but give it about 5 years and think about it. Before Facebook, there was, before IG, there was Facebook. We didn't think, I liked Facebook, but I didn't think it'd get any better than Facebook. And then IG came along.
I was never really pressed on Facebook.
You know what? I can't with her today. I can't. But yeah, y'all. So y'all, I guess this is a goodbye. I'll pour a little liquor out for you. And it's unfortunate. To see
something.
See the TikTok. Are you about to give a eulogy? You want to say some words?
Look. No, what I'm about to say is, listen, okay, y'all president better do something about this.
I don't think he can, unless he calls one of his friends at the Supreme Court. And I don't know. Y'all drop down in the comments. Let us know if you think anything can be done. If anything is going to change before, what is it, Sunday? Oh, I'm sorry. You can tell she's really grieving. She had to breathe. Y'all see that?
before Sunday, but within that week. Like I'll give it like a week after Sunday.
I'm going up yonder.
What we bring into the funeral, y'all? What we bring into the TikTok funeral?
Oh,
what did we bring in?
Stormy.
All right.
You heard me?
Stormy.
You ain't see her? She was on the news the other day fighting. Please don't take TikTok.
Dang.
How am I gonna sell this body glaze?
Exactly. All the money she making off of TikTok. Listen.
So
this is a sad,
y'all.
It's sad.
And speaking of things that's going on, y'all. Well, first of all, let me say,
I know this was a topic of discussion. I would have dressed in all black.
You are so funny. I just happen to have black on.
You was prepared.
And we also know it's another day and another event going on that nobody really cares to talk about. But we got to talk about it because it's happening. And the only reason we're talking about it is because they released or revealed the lineup of people performing at the inauguration celebrations. And on this list is none other than the Snoop DOWG and Nelly.
Mm-hmm.
I never thought I'd see the day where I thought I was going to have to cancel Nelly. But I'm going to have to say this, and this is just my thoughts. And I love Snoop. I really do. But I don't think I've listened to Chrisette Michele since the first time. So if I'm going to go that hard on a black woman, I'm sorry. Y'all got to go. Well, I don't know. Huh?
The only song I could think of is I think I'm just about is that her? For being your girlfriend. Is that her?
Yeah, and she did that. I think she was on the Ashton Martin music. I'm right to the music. Yeah. So yeah, she was doing that, and now you ain't heard nothing from her because on nobody. And again, and it's terrible that we're still upset about that. But I mean, it's clear, poor thing, that a career has not been the same. So I'm just saying, are y'all gonna give Nelly audience? Are y'all going out here going still uphold Nelly and Snoop and rock out to them, or are they off they lose their black card?
Who's watching this perform? Well, I guess some people are gonna watch.
Yeah. So yeah. That was now that felt like a funeral. So then let's get into happier news. So Tyler Perry's 6888 is actually reportedly, according to the Jasmine brand, it's broken records because it's becoming his most watched Netflix movie with 52.4 million views in just the first 4 weeks. And it was a good movie. And Nels can tell you, I am not a movie person.
Which one?
6888.
Oh, I still haven't watched it.
Oh, really? Oh, you are terrible.
And I loved a Tyler Perry movie. I still
right. No, it was definitely, what's so funny? It doesn't surprise me that you didn't flop to watch this one because it's not your typical Tyler Perry movie. It's not Divorce in Black. It's nothing, it's totally different. It's more like a historic.
I wouldn't even call Divorce in Black is a typical Tyler Perry.
Well, you know what I mean, but it's more like a historical, like, biopic. But yeah, no, it was very good. He did a great job, and obviously, like I said, it's a historical drama which details the story of the 6888 Central Postal Directory Battalion, the only all-black female unit to serve in Europe during World War II. And it's reached the top 10 in over 85 countries and sparked a 45% increase in views for Perry's other Netflix films. Oh, they're gonna be so disappointed if they started with that and then they go to the rest of them. Oh God. Unless they recommend Why Did I Get Married or something like that next, then maybe they'll be okay. But if they go to divorce, if they put Divorce in Black up there, we're in trouble. But yeah, y'all. So shout out to Tyler Perry. That's awesome. That's wonderful.
He said you're gonna stop talking mess about me. Put some respect on my name.
Okay. Black excellence. I love to see it. All right. So now I guess we gotta talk about some more black excellence that's going on. I just saw this news, and I don't watch this stuff. I can't. My brain cells would. I kill them in other ways that I can't allow it by watching Zeus. But apparently Natalie has announced that season 7 of Baddies is going to be in Africa. I don't think that there's any details on what part of Africa, but she let us know, or they let us know, that they're bringing Baddies to Africa. And I don't know. I don't think it's a good look.
What, to bring it to Africa?
Yeah.
I think just because she takes it to Africa, she's still going to get ratchet people from here. It's not.
Okay. So you don't think it's because that's what really bothers me. Like,
I mean,
I don't like going over there and then trying to like make these Africans look wild or just,
now,
I don't,
mean,
you know what I
I
mean?
do believe she probably will bring some people from there too, because normally when she does it like Baddies Caribbean or Midwest, whatever, when she goes to different states, normally, I mean, she has her people that she already has on the show, but like the OGs, but she does also bring people from usually those states, or or people that could have flown in from a different state and they're just there to audition. But I mean, if there's people willing there, I mean, if people audition in there, then I mean, normally she does like to bring on people from the show that she's wherever she's auditioning at.
All right,
But
y'all.
I'm sure there'll still be some US ratchets too.
All right, so y'all here for the Baddies Africa?
I'm always here for the baddies.
Look, I just feel like this. If we gonna go to Africa, then make sure you take your ass to Australia, take your ass to China, and go. Let's make mockeries of everybody. How about we do that equally? Okay. And hey, maybe she could do it. Maybe she can do worldwide baddies. I support it.
She's done what is it, season 7? You said. I mean, for 6 years, she's made a mockery of us.
Right. So no, that's what I'm saying. So let's just go around the world and let's just let's do it for everybody. All right.
World tour.
Yeah, do a world tour. I support it. Look, I'm trying to help your bag, Natalie. Look, you heard it here first. All right. So this is so random. So I was reading this story and it caught my attention only because if anybody knows anything about me, I am a very big lover of or used to be a very big lover of soap operas, the stories, as my grandmother used to call them, because that's who I used to watch with. And so may she sleep in peace. But so it was funny because apparently Young and Restless star Eric Braden apparently blasted a fan who called 3 of his co-stars, which happened to be people of color, slaves. And so he said basically, we are going to block your racist ass. You got that, bitch? And the person that said this was, if y'all know anything about Eric Braden, he plays Victor Newman. Everybody knows Victor Newman. It's crazy to me that Victor Newman is still alive. Like, it is nuts to me. That man got to be damn near 90, but he still looked real good. Okay. And this is why my grandma loved him and my grandma's mama loved him. And because he out here speaking up for the black folks. And I think that's why everybody was sitting there drooling every day at 12 o'clock or recording their stories while they was at work and sitting there and watching him at night. Because, girl, look, good man, good looks and good in spirit. That's what I'm talking about. But anyway, so shout out to Victor Newman, Eric Braden, for sticking up for his co-stars, because a lot of people could just sit back and not say nothing, and so I can appreciate that. All right, so in other TV news, Ashley Darby has called out Mia Thornton, basically stating that she felt like her storyline was or her breakup with Ink is part of a fake script, or it's fake and it's part of her script. So yeah, y'all weigh in. Let me know what you think. I don't know. I'm on the fence. I was following her the other day and she was posting pictures with Gordon and they looked with the kids and they just looked happy as ever. And I mean, so I don't know. Maybe she really is done with Ink. Nels, what are your thoughts?
Listen, Ashley's closer to this story than I am. And Ashley's not known to lie. But Mia is.
Well,
so I'm gonna go with Ashley on this one.
Okay. Well, y'all dropped out in the comments. Let us know what you think. And then in other Real Housewives of Potomac news, apparently Wendy Osefo had shared a repost because somebody said that she is basically the only Real Housewives of Potomac. Karen has been found guilty, and Ashley and Giselle are renting men.
Are renting men?
Yeah. And I said, well, I mean, y'all know I love me some good Wendy Osefo. And I said, I hate to say it, but you know, it is giving the only Real Housewife up in here, you know. And kudos to Wendy. You know, I love to see it. Black excellence.
And she quit her job. Technically now she really is a housewife.
The housewife. So yeah, so shout out to Wendy for that. And then
we know Wendy ain't sitting home.
Right. And so then let's talk about this other story that I've seen all over the internet. So apparently there's this spot called Bikini Beans, and I guess it's women that sell coffee in bikinis is my understanding. It's like a Hooters it's like they said it's the equivalent of like Starbucks but Hooters, because they ain't got nothing on or whatever. So apparently I guess this man pulled up. He had no pants on. Came through the drive-through. I guess the manager recorded it as she confronted him. You saw
the first time, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah. And so obviously she could verify, we could all verify from the video, that he didn't have any bottoms on. And if he did, they were short and probably up his butt. And I'm not trying to make fun of, speak ill of the, you know, of the dead. Okay. But anyway, apparently this young man, so the video goes viral because I guess the manager put it out. This young man unfortunately takes his own life. His name is Nautica Malone. He was in Arizona. But yeah, and a lot of people believe it's behind this incident. And so the mama came out and was speaking out and was upset, and other people were like,
or wife, whomever.
And this man was a husband, he was a father. And you know, I don't know. I mean, here's my thing.
I know that they're holding her responsible. They feel like it's because she put the video out and he went viral.
And see, I would love to, I honestly cannot wait to see y'all comments on this, because I'm gonna just say this. I feel like it's something wrong when you can't start off wrong and then say, oh, well, that wasn't, but because he was wrong. So,
and then blame me for how I react to it.
Because I swear to God, we think so much alike. Because I literally, what was on the tip of my tongue was, you can't treat me a certain way and then tell me how mad to get.
Mm-hmm.
So I understand the circumstances are terrible and it is unfortunate, and I feel for his family. However, I could only think if that was, and I would hope that if I had a daughter or if it was my niece, I wouldn't want them serving, you know, coffee beans and bikinis. But if that's how you make your dollar, that's how you make your dollar. I ain't judge, but you should be able to go to work and not be offended, basically, and be able to do your job.
I feel like that's sexual harassment.
Okay. So let's just call a thing a thing. So basically, in a statement to TMZ, Ben Lyles, the owner of Bikini Beans,
would it have been better if they called the police?
I guess so. Maybe that's what people were expecting. And especially now with so many businesses. So like, if people want to be upset about, okay, she recorded it on video, I would imagine most businesses have cameras. So if they would have called, reported to the police, and then they run back the cameras, I imagine maybe they wouldn't have got up that close to be able to see, but they would have. You understand what I'm saying? He still would have been caught.
But I feel like I've heard that this wasn't his first time doing it. Second, you're taking the chance of you calling the police and
and they said
if
not only
he,
was he naked from the waist down, but he was also masturbating. Yeah, it was just I don't know. Y'all drop your thoughts again. It's very unfortunate for his family, but when you're wrong first, you can't. I can't. I don't know. It's just sad and it's unfortunate. I just wish he would have probably put more thought into it before he decided to do it. So anyway, let's move on. Speaking of people being a little upset, so remember we talked about how Rickey Smiley was overjoyed that he had found out that he had these beautiful twin girls from his good one of his little his joints, you know what I'm saying? And so yeah, so basically the man who believed he was the father of Rickey Smiley's twin girls has come out. This is from On Site, and he claims that the baby mother was Ricky's side chick since she was a minor. Mind you, this is all alleged. So the man basically is breaking his silence. He claims that yeah, she was a minor when he started messing with her, and alleges Rickey and the mother knew the truth all along. So he's very hurt. He said he was triggered by seeing that, that video of Rickey Smiley coming out and talk about it. Obviously, like I told you, there probably was a court case because they split up or were no longer going to be together, and they had to verify the fraternity of the kids. And I mean, in his defense, I would be traumatized. I absolutely would feel away. And then especially knowing that if you were taking them babies over there to the parties and knowing that I don't know, it would just make me, I would feel away too. So that's unfortunate for him, and I do feel bad.
yeah.
But yeah, no, y'all drop down in the comments, let us know what you think about that. And then we are moving right along to so apparently Cardi went online and started crashing out again. Take us out the group chat. So anyway, apparently she was upset because she said that Offset is trying to ruin her and he didn't get their kids anything for Christmas.
I think she said he broke.
She might have said that too. That doesn't surprise me. And basically, she understands that yes, she's crashing out and she doesn't care. And she basically feels like, crashing out releases stress. And I'm here for you, Cardi, but I feel like maybe a therapist would release some stress.
Yes, crash out with your therapist.
Crash out with your therapist. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you. Because yeah, we're tired. Obviously, she said he won't sign a divorce papers. I think it has something to do because he isn't happy with maybe the custody situation. He doesn't want to agree to it. So he's holding up the divorce process. And yeah, it sounds like she just wants to be free and live her best life. But at the same time, she's still letting him get under her skin because at the end of the day, although I know you're hurt by it, because of course you want to assume he's still going to love on his kids and treat his kids the same because that is his kids. But as we know, unfortunately, there are a lot of men out here that once they are no longer with you, they could give a damn about them kids.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, anyway, yeah, Cardi, go crash out at the therapist. And another person who was out here crashing out is Drake, y'all. Drake is out here crashing out, and he out here putting bloggers and YouTubers in his lawsuit against UMG. As y'all know, he is suing. He dropped his other lawsuit, I think, against the Spotify people, and now he's suing his label because he feels like the fact that they removed the copyrights so that people could use and play the song and give reviews or whatever the case, basically they did that to help promote Kendrick's, and that wasn't fair. And yeah, so he's all upset. And a lot of people feel like Drake is really on his BAN because it's such a strong, I know we more than 15 minutes in, because it's such a strong, I'ma just BAN, but I think y'all get what I'm saying. That he's really on his BAN status. And I'm gonna have to agree. I didn't think I'd ever see Drake go out sad like this, but it's giving real.
Aubrey.
You said Aubrey.
Yeah.
Look, I couldn't say Karen. I was gonna say it's giving real Corey. It's giving real Corey, but Aubrey works better too. But yeah, y'all. So prayers up because clearly, uh, everybody out here crashing out, and uh, so in other news, Diddy says that the nine freak
Oh,
off tapes. I'm sorry, yes, we jumped over a trigger warning. We jumped
back to the
Diddler's corner. So yeah, he says that the 9 freak off tapes that Cassie submitted to the feds show them having consensual sex, where she was the dominant one. No hidden cameras, no other celebs, no underground tunnels, no minors.
But
Okay.
isn't she always high?
Okay. So basically, according to the neighborhood talk, they said Diddy is clapping back at Cassie. He argues that the so-called freak off videos being used by prosecutors actually prove his innocence.
Cassie, didn't you pay her?
It says it actually proves his innocence, asserting they show consensual encounters with Cassie.
Not the video where you beat her ass. That one didn't.
With that part, he claims appeared to enjoy herself. But to Nels is she was very high. Not saying that anyway, she was very high. According to legal documents obtained by TMZ, Diddy's defense team has reviewed 9 videos referenced in the federal case and describes them as private sexual activity between consenting adults in a long-term relationship. His attorneys state that Cassie, referred to as victim 1 in the indictment, not only consented but seemed happy, dominant, and fully in control during the encounters. Prosecutors had labeled the footage as elaborate and produced sex performances, but Diddy's legal team maintains they are straightforward depictions of consensual sex, dismissing claims of orgies or sex parties.
Nobody gives a damn. Nobody cares. Nobody believes you. Nobody cares. The videos we want to see is the BS that you locked up for now. Sir, you've already paid this. You admitted your guilt. Nobody cares. Leave Cassie.
Well, because they're using that in his indictment as far as
leave Cassie alone. Let her get, what was she get 35 million?
Mm-hmm.
Let her and her 35 million be in peace. Okay. We want the videos, but you know why we ain't gonna get the videos? Because they was in that LA fire.
You stupid. Was it?
We ain't gonna get the videos because they was in that LA fire. He happy as hell. He happy as hell.
His house. Was it? Was his house burned down?
Yeah, he happy as hell. His house burned down.
Oh, I didn't know that because they did say
some of those they said was arson. It wouldn't it's all alleged. Just my opinion. But I wouldn't be surprised if he had anything to do with that.
Look. Where is my banner? All right, but yeah. No, look. All right. Have you been listening to Jaguar Wright or something? You seeing real conspiracy theorists today.
Jaguar Wright, actually, in a minute. Where's she been?
I don't know. Ever since Jay-Z's situation, she done disappeared. She done got real quiet. But anyway, y'all. So yeah, the defense also denies allegations that the recordings were secretly made, emphasizing that there were no hidden cameras, no involvement of other celebrities, no underground tunnels, no minors, and no signs of coercion or violence. Additionally, Diddy claims Cassie retained the recordings on her devices for years and voluntarily provided them to authorities, countering the prosecution's claim that he kept them as leverage. He insists the videos were neither stored on his devices nor seized from his property. So I don't know, y'all. Y'all drop down in the comments. Let us know what you think. Obviously, Nels feels strongly. Did you watch the makings of Diddy on Peacock?
I'm not promoting anything. No.
Okay. Well, there we have it. We see where Nell stands 10 toes down. All right. And then last but not least, we got to talk about pretty much the story of the week. Wendy Williams went and sat down and did an interview with Don Lemon and also the Breakfast, Charlamagne the God and the Breakfast Club, Jess, Envy. And so basically, I really didn't, I didn't go hold you. I ain't really tuned into Don's yet. Maybe I seen clips, but I definitely listened to the Breakfast Club one. And Wendy did sound better. She legitimately did sound better, but you could tell that there's some cognitive delay is what I'm gonna call it. And she had her niece up there, Alex, that if you watch the documentary, and if you know, you can go up there, and if not, you can watch our recap because we did recap it. But yeah, no, and she was in the documentary. She was obviously there to speak, help her speak, you know, and explain herself a little bit better, which I thought was great. And Wendy also said that Diddy's done when Charlemagne asked her, and she said, "I've been telling y'all for years," and she has been telling us for years. And it was just one. I'm not gonna lie, it was one of those moments. So I was like, "This is why we miss Wendy. This is why we," because she's been spilling tea for years. But no. So basically, she's talking about this guardianship situation, how she's can't see her family and friends. She's locked in what sounds like a studio apartment. Um, she doesn't want to come out and interact with anybody else, I guess, on her floor or be with. Basically, they call it a luxury prison, is what she's in. She has no control of her own money. Um, you know, if she wants something, she has to call the guardian, say, I want this, for her to go spend her money and then have it delivered to her. And I'm just, you know what, it's so funny because when she she got emotional when she started talking about how she doesn't even know with her father's like 94th birthday, I think they said, coming up, if she was even going to be able to go visit him, because after doing this interview, she knows it's going to piss the guardian off. And so she might decide that she can't go. And my heart went out to her. I was like, that's crazy. And I love when her niece basically said that, like, okay, y'all might not want to let her live with us or whatever the case may be because you're worried about financial abuse, but just human dignity, like freedoms, like she's not in jail. Like, why can't she be able to go visit her father for his birthday? Why? It was just really sad. Her name is, don't get me lying, it's something Morrissey. It's something Morrissey.
Is somebody just selected by the state?
Yeah, by a judge. And there's been some stuff behind that might be a slippery slope, but again, that is all alleged in just my opinion. But there have been stories of you know, judges and people getting kickbacks from these, you know, taking over these older folks' money. And but one thing that I did find interesting when I was listening to a couple of other people, a lot of people kind of felt like it's her son's fault she's in this situation, because he was the one that I was spending like $5,000 on Uber Eats or just something very excessive and crazy. And this is how the whole thing started and why she ended up in this conservatorship.
Wasn't she giving that to him? I think she like gave him a credit card or something.
Right. But the problem, I guess, in how he was spending, now I remember from the documentary, he was like, you know, my mom, because I remember he was like, there was times where she, you know, she would stay with me, we would order food, it was COVID, and you know, my mom's not eating no, you know, Wendy's over here eating caviar on her Doritos. Okay, so I wouldn't doubt that she was probably Uber Eats from.
And on top of that, it's your son.
Chris or something.
He's your son. I don't think she gave a damn.
Well, apparently the banks did. They felt like, you know, and because, you know, she has this health diagnosis, and so they started to feel like, well, you're not in your right mind and you don't have the best people around you making the best decisions because they're letting you spend this type of money irresponsibly. And that's how she ended up in the conservatorship. And I think that's a lot of the reason why too they won't let her sister who lives in Florida, or you know, someone else take over and from her family. But yeah, no, it was real sad. It was a really good interview. She definitely didn't sound like she was incapacitated. So she actually came out, I believe it was Wendy's lawyer, and said, well, even though she sounds good, she's still basically, you know, her health is still declining. And, you know, it is what it is. But Wendy came out and basically said that, no, you know, she denies dementia claims and basically said that, you know, that's not true. And that was as of 6 hours ago. Okay. Wendy said she ain't got no dementia. Now, granted, from knowing people with dementia, yeah, they are in denial. I mean, that is part of the, so I don't know. I just it was good to hear her. And although I don't think she should come back to us in the same capacity, um, I don't know. And I don't even know if she could really do radio for that long. Cause like I said, there is some type of cognitive delay that she's having. But I do think that she deserves dignity and freedom, as her niece was saying. And being able to just be around family and friends and not being locked in a room, and she ain't got no laptop. She said her phone won't go on the internet. So she said she had to beg for a TV. And I'm just thinking, like, this almost like solitary confinement. Like you're trying to mentally fuck her is what you're trying to do.
Yeah.
And I think that would kill anybody, honestly. But yeah, y'all. So prayers up for Wendy, and hopefully, hashtag free Wendy. And hopefully we'll get this situation together. I do know she has a GoFundMe, because apparently she can't even, obviously the lady ain't gonna give her money to sue her. So she clearly needs help.
Well, how would she be able to even access the money?
I don't know. Maybe it's going to somebody else's account. Because remember in the documentary, that's how the man was helping her. He was like, I don't know how they was getting it, but they was doing something so that he could pay her, because that guardian ain't letting her get it. So, but yeah, y'all. So prayers up for Wendy. But we appreciate y'all. We thank y'all for being here. And let me say it again, because I did see that in the news, and like Spidey, if y'all remember the Hills, that they also lost their home in the LA fire. So we can't forget about our West Coast fam. And we hope all of our Shade Squad is good. Prayers up if any of y'all have been affected. But yeah, we just want to keep the prayers up for y'all, because I know y'all still going through it. They all still having those high winds, and it's just awful. And I can't imagine seeing people losing everything in just seconds. So yeah, y'all, prayers up for y'all. And we appreciate y'all being here, supporting us, and helping us grow and glow. If you haven't already, please make sure you hit that like button for us.
Make sure you comment.
Make sure that you guys subscribe.
And hit the notification bell.
And make sure you're following us on all the platforms, the TikTok. Let me not say that. I'm sorry. Follow us right now on the IG. I gotta really get this down now. The BlueSky IG and the Facebook. And we'll catch y'all next week for another Sip and Shade and talk about next week's hot topics. Have a good night. Have a great weekend. Bye-bye.